What's up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today with a brand new review of Love and Marriage DC Season 2, Episode 7. This episode is titled Love and Lacefronts, you guys. So before we just get into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't yet subscribed yet, do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. Do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, turning on your post notifications, and sharing the video. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let's discuss Love and Marriage DC. My bad, you guys. So this episode, it opens up where the last one left off, with Arena wanting to know why is Winter at this event that Ashley's having, right? So Ashley tells them that, the fact that, she's cool with Sherella, and, Winter is cool with Sherelle, and the fact that, Winter might be around some of Sherelle's events. She just don't want there to be any, basically, animosity between the two, right? She wants them to be cordial. Not be friends, but be cordial with one another, right? So then, Ashley is telling Sherelle that, she feels as if the friendship with Sherelle and Winter was built on a whole I hate Ashley campaign. And okay, I mean, I'm gonna give, if that's how Ashley feels, then that's how Ashley feels, right? I still just find it quite odd. I mean, I don't know if this was built on a whole I hate Ashley campaign. I believe this was a whole production campaign. We want Winter as a cast member. We want Winter to be able to film with you ladies. So we need a conduit to basically, build, the line for the, just make a way for the bridge to happen, right? So I think that's really what happened, right? So then Sherelle, and Arena got into it, right? And I was just like, oh my God. So we're going to hear it again, right? I'm going to talk about Sherelle, and Arena later in the review. I still think it's stupid, and I still don't understand why Sherelle was so upset with Arena about the whole shady comment. Like, that still doesn't make any sense to me, why she was so upset. Shady. The things that Joy said. Well, she didn't say shady, but the things that Joy said equate to shady, and they were actually a lot worse than shady. So I don't understand why Sherelle was just so upset, right? So Joy chimes in and tells them basically, Arena shouldn't say anything to Sherelle, that the issue is between Sherelle, Black, Block, and Joy. And that's how it should have happened, which I do agree with that, right? I agree with Joy, but Joy, you're the one that had the conversation with Arena in the first place. So it's kind of a contradiction at this point, right? Instead of you telling Sherelle that you didn't like Sherelle because of whatever, you told Arena played telephone and went back and told Sherelle. So then Winter invites the ladies to her event, her romancipation, and they ask, are you going to be performing, Gutter Barbies there? She says yes, that she is going to perform Gutter Barbies there. She plays a snippet of Gutter Barbies. So she says Gutter Barbies was never something that was supposed to be negative. And I guess with the snippet, it's saying she wants to be a Gutter Barbie. I don't know. I don't care. But let's move on to the next scene. So the next scene we see is we have Joy, Clifton, and the third wheel, Carmen, with the blue eyes. I was like, oh my God. Damn, we got to see Carmen. So we find out that Clifton is going to be having some kind of back surgery, right? So Carmen asks Joy, how are things going with the new crew, right? So Joy tells her how she feels about Ashley and Alicia, right? So basically she feels that Alicia is messy, and she also feels that Ashley is messy. And I was kind of confused. I was like, so for me personally, you guys have been watching me since last season. I've never once pegged Ashley as messy. I've called Ashley a mean girl, but I don't think she's messy. I think Ashley is who she is. She says what she means. Sometimes her delivery is a little bit wrong, but I've never pegged Ashley for messy. So I don't know where Joy is getting this from. And then Joy is also calling Alicia Ashley's sidekick. But Carmen is your sidekick. Carmen is your sidekick, but okay, neither here nor there, right? So then Joy tells Carmen about this situation where they had a seafood giving or something like that. So Joy says to Carmen that at this party that I don't forget which couple was hosting it, but one of the either the Tylers or the Silvas were hosting it, right? And I guess Sherelle, and they were talking about Sherelle's wig at one point, right? And how she needs to burn it. Let's be real. Sherelle shouldn't burn her wig, especially the curly wig in this episode. That wig was a no, Sherelle. It was an absolute hell no. So burn that wig. So Joy feels like, I guess, that Ashley and Alicia are fake and phony because they didn't say it to her. But here's the thing, Joy. Can you yourself be perceived as fake and phony because you're not telling Alicia and Ashley how you feel? You're voicing this to Carmen. So you yourself could be considered fake and phony. Just want to put that out there for you to let you know. You could be perceived as fake and phony. So let's pause here and move over, you guys. So the next scene we see is Quick and Ashley. So Quick and Ashley, they are having family dinner, and they sit down with their kids, and they gave their kids a contract to basically for their chores, right? My mama tried that at one point. She didn't really give me a chore list or nothing, but she definitely tried that. I think I was like 13 or 14 years old. She was like, "So Jerome, you gonna have some chores around the house?" I was like, "Girl, say what?" Me have chores. And it lasted all of about a week, right? Now, because like the kitchen and stuff, even though I didn't cook, but in the kitchen, like she wanted me to keep certain things clean, keep my bedroom clean. I keep my bed made up, which I do that. I did that, we never got to the point of washing. I didn't start washing my clothes until I was late teen. No, I didn't start washing my clothes until I was about in high school. So yeah, so the chores, she tried to do it with me, but it didn't work especially at 13 or 14, it didn't work, right? Nope, scratch that. She started from 11 to 12. It didn't work then, but by the time I got to my teenage years, that's when I wanted to be more independent. So I see where Ashley and Quick are coming from. They're also still talking about the fact that their son Antonio is not about him waking up on time for school, right? Like I said earlier in the season, I get Quick's point of view and I also get Ashley's point of view. So I want you guys to tell me what you think and feel about it, and we're gonna just keep it moving, you guys. So for me, this episode, it really wasn't a lot. It wasn't a bad episode. It just didn't have a whole lot in it. So next up, we see Arena. So you guys know Arena is doing a wig launch, right? So she's doing a photo shoot, and she has Ashley and Joy coming down to, model the wigs for her. And Arena is still on the whole situation of Winter. Why is Winter around? And like I said a few minutes ago, I know that the ladies feel like it's Sherelle or whoever. I honestly believe it's production. I think that I think that they knew that they wanted Winter back for season 2 of Love and Marriage DC. And then when Monique decided not to come back to the show, I think they had to revamp some things to figure out how do we include Winter into this show, because you can't have an ensemble cast and one member of your show doesn't come to any group events, because you're gonna have something similar to what Love and Marriage Huntsville is with Melody. You guys know, we all know Mel doesn't film with certain cast members, right? But that doesn't technically work, especially in an ensemble setting. Like, doesn't really work. But I think that's where they were at. And also, like I said, the fact that of the main cast, none of them really rocked with her. We have the supporting cast members in. Now, see, here's the thing. I don't know if Alicia is considered a supporting cast member. I don't know that. But Sharella, I don't know because I don't think Alicia is a supporting cast member because Alicia doesn't have an interview with the interview look. The only people that have interviews are Black Block, Sharella and Black Block, Irena and Ashley, Jamie and Quick, and Winter. That's it. Oh, and Joy and Clifton. Those are the only people who has interviews. So, and also when it comes to Joy and Clifton, Winter didn't know them. So I think that's really where we are. But they talk about it, right? And once again, Ashley just wants it to be copacetic, cool. We ain't got to be friends. But if we're going to be in same circles with each other, it needs to be, we don't need to be having this animosity, right? So they talked about Winter's event. So I don't know if Irena is saying that she's going or not, but she asked Joy to come with her. Joy said no. I have nothing for Joy. So then they talked about Sharelle and her party, right? Not Sharelle. You guys, so they talked about the fact that with Irena's wig launch party, they talked about inviting Sharelle. So we'll see if she invites Sharelle. But let's pause here and let's move forward. I need to turn some air on because this is a little stuffy in this apartment. All right, you guys. So the next scene is we see James, Jamie. There's a bug in my apartment. It must have just flew when I opened my patio door. Wow, I didn't even open it for that long. But James, Jamie, Quick, and Antonio, right? So James tells us that between him and, Jamie, they went to counseling. He tells us that everything with counseling has gone well. Jamie got a job. So congratulations to him, right? Excuse me, y'all. This scene really didn't give me a whole lot, you guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to basically sum it up. They walked through, I think they said East DC, and I think it's high crime in that area. So they walked through the area. I don't know if that was supposed to be like a beyond scared straight moment for Antonio. I mean, here's my thing. I get Quick and I get what he's saying, and I don't like the fact they compare Jamie and Antonio, right? I don't like that. Because Jamie was obviously a troubled young man. Your son doesn't seem that way. Your son just seems a little lazy, a little entitled. So lazy, spoiled, and entitled. So I didn't really understand the significance of walking through this neighborhood. Just me being honest with you guys, I just didn't see the significance of it, right? But I know Jamie told, Antonio he got in trouble when he was about 15 years old. Antonio is 15 years old and, he's talking about his job. I think he said he's a TA, right? I could be wrong. You guys can correct me. And he was talking about the fact that, his first day of work, he went to the school, he had on a coat, but he noticed that the other kids were coming in with, hoodies on, and I guess it was freezing, right? So he decided that he wanted to do a coat drive. I think that's admirable, right? And Quick was like, give him the information and he'll do whatever he can. He'll do all that he can to help, right? Again, I didn't really understand the significance of this scene because it's not like it's not like Antonio is going down a bad path. If he were going down a bad path, I would be more understanding of it, but you haven't said anything about your son going down a bad path. He oversleeps and he's spoiled. Those things don't make a recipe for a troubled teenager. I was spoiled. I overslept as a kid and I still oversleep as an adult, right? The good thing about me now at 32 years old, I'm about to say I'm 32 and I'm 33 years old. The good thing about me at 33 years old, I was looking to see if I had my microphone on. The good thing about me at 33 is the fact that with my job, I come in when I come in whenever, right? And my boss doesn't say anything to me. As long as my work gets done, he's fine, right? Now, if this were other jobs, I couldn't oversleep because I oversleep every damn day. So yeah, that was really it with that scene. The next scene, I believe, is Arena. So Arena is getting ready for her fashion show, right? So she found out that one of her models, canceled on her last minute. So she called Ashley up to be a model, and Ashley said yes. But here's the interesting thing. At the fashion show, we saw all the models, and Ashley wasn't one of the models. So I was like, was there a disconnect at some point? Because I thought Ashley was supposed to be a model. But we'll move on from that. So Black Block and Sherelle, they have a podcast. They're playing matchmaker with Winter and someone else that they know, right? You guys know. So Winter's divorced, and so is this guy that they were playing matchmaker with. That is one thing that I just do not like. I don't want nobody to play matchmaker with me. I don't have any, I don't like that. It's okay to say, I have a friend that I think you might be interested in or might be interested in you. That's fine, right? I don't have an issue with that. But don't sit here and try to align our schedules for us to meet each other and try to play matchmaker. I just don't like that. Mind your business. Mind your business. So Arena's hair, event, it was cool. It was cool. It was nothing bad about it. The only thing that I would say is when Jamie came up to her at the end of the episode and was basically telling her, like, we got to do these TikToks, we got to do this, and we need to dedicate 2 hours to this. It was the way in which he talked to her, and I was just like, that was a little rude and a little disrespectful. Oh, I also did leave out the fact that Arena and Sherelle, they talked to each other, right? So Arena and Sherelle were talking about this situation with the word shady. I'm still confused as hell. I mean, shady is not a good word to call somebody, but damn. When Arena, I feel like with Sherelle, that Sherelle was putting 20 on 10, and I feel like Sherelle was just looking for a moment. That's my personal opinion about Sherelle. I don't dislike Sherelle. I don't like nor dislike Sherelle. But I definitely do believe that Sherelle was putting 20 on 10. Sherelle was looking for a moment. Sherelle wanted to, ramp up some drama. That's what I get from Sherelle with this whole shady comment. Because shady is nothing. I mean, there are a slew of other words that you would not want to be called. But shady, I mean, really, it wasn't that deep. It really wasn't that deep. Because, I mean, still, technically, what Joy said still fits the definition of shady, sis. So have your issue with Joy and not Arena. But I guess they're going to move forward, and it is what it is, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode overall down in the comments section below. Subscribe to the channel, turn your post notifications on, and share the video, you guys. And until the next time, please, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I will see you guys later.